I just spoke with Tommy Robinson about an hour ago, and I've got some news about his case. By the way, I hope you had a chance to watch my interview with Tommy last week, an in-depth conversation about his treatment in prison. If you haven't seen it yet, please watch it either on our Rebel website or on Tommy's website. So here's the news. As you know, in August, the Court of Appeal freed Tommy from prison, quashed his conviction, and tore a strip off the trial judge in Leeds who put Tommy in prison in the first place. The Court of Appeal said everything about Tommy's contempt of court case was improper. Tommy was never told what he did wrong that day. He was never given a proper chance to consult legal counsel. The trial was far too hasty. The sentence was improper, on and on. So they let Tommy out of prison immediately. But what's so awful is that instead of saying the matter's done, and maybe actually apologizing to Tommy for making him inappropriately serve 2.5 months in solitary confinement, where he was practically starved, where he lost 40 pounds, they're actually sending him back to trial for a do-over. They want to put him on trial again for the same contempt of court charge that he faced that day back in May. The whole thing again, and he risks being imprisoned again. For a moment there, it looked like the UK Attorney General wasn't going to proceed. This new trial was originally scheduled for September 4th, but then it was called off. The UK Attorney General said they weren't ready, which obviously is a lie. They've had all the information about this case since that first day back in May. They have hundreds of lawyers at their disposal. So we thought maybe they're backing down. Maybe they were chastened by the massive public reaction to their abusive treatment of Tommy. So then it was scheduled for next week, September 27th. But then that date was called off. Maybe this thing wouldn't happen after all. But I just spoke with Tommy, and he told me that, in fact, September 27th is back on. And they're coming for him with a vengeance now. They actually want to do this again. They'll be trying to put him in prison again, like they did illegally once before. Tommy says they're coming for him hard. Here's the news today. Tommy told me that the government is actually alleging that Tommy prejudiced that rape gang trial back in May. That is, he destroyed its integrity in some way. But we know that's a lie. He didn't prejudice the trial. The trial concluded successfully. That is not a matter of opinion. It is a fact. Tommy says the government is claiming that he violated the publication ban. But again, that's not true either. He didn't talk about any details from within the trial. He hadn't even been in the trial. He didn't even know the details. He was simply reading from a government website, the BBC state broadcaster, in fact, which listed the names of the accused. But they want to put Tommy away again, so the trial is actually happening now on Thursday, September 27th. Thursday, September 27th, at the Old Bailey Central Criminal Courts. That is crazy in itself. Contempt of court is not a crime. They're putting him on trial in a court that's usually the place for murder trials and the like. Tommy asked me to come to court again to report on the proceedings because he doesn't trust the mainstream media to tell the truth. Because they don't tell the truth. Look at these jackals.
No longer believe you. Okay. What would you like to say? I've got a lot to say. Yeah. Nothing to you. To the British public. Well, the British public watch this. The British public will watch this. I mean, do you have any regrets? I have a thank you to the British public for their support. Where are we? Where are we? Top of the one.
Tommy told me to come to London, so I'm coming to London. I just bought an economy class plane ticket, and I'll stay in a small hotel right near the court to save cab fare. If you can help me cover those costs, the flight and the hotel together are just over £1,000 or about $1,700 Canadian. I'd be grateful if you can help me by chipping in at tommytrial.com. Our UK cameraman Ed will be there too to make lots of videos with me like last time, and I'll live tweet every word that's said in court. When I reported live from the Court of Appeal hearing, I wrote about 150 little updates from court, and my tweets were seen by 5.7 million people in one day, which is incredible. In other words, I think if I can go to this new trial, and if I work hard, I can rebut a lot of the lies that the media is going to tell about Tommy. In some ways, this new trial is even more important than the last one. The last one was done in secret. It was done in 7 minutes. It was done illegally, but this time Tommy is prepared now, and he has a lawyer now who is prepared. And the world is watching now. So I want to be there to make sure the truth is told. And Tommy specifically asked me to come. I think he trusts me to tell it straight, and I hope you do too. If you can help me cover my airfare and hotel, I'd be grateful. Please go to tommytrial.com. It's important that even just one journalist in court that day tells it like it is. Thanks. Now let's go and win one. Tommy asked me to fly in from Canada to London to cover his trial on Thursday. If you can help cover my airfare, I'd be grateful. Please visit TommyTrial.com.